Listen, we got a treat. Welcome back to another Wednesday whiskey review from Buffalo Happy Hour. Derek left the shot. We'll start over.
No, you're good. Keep going with it. I just wanted to zoom out so we can get the whole picture, bro. Get the whole picture, bro. Welcome back.
Give it to Patreon.
Well, welcome back to another Wednesday whiskey review from
Your
boys, the Buffalo Happy Hour. Today, we have a Distillers Edition product from Lagavulin.
It's a special treat.
Nothing is making me happier today.
Okay, so here's the thing.
You want water?
Everyone needs to tone down, okay? Everyone needs to tone down. We have
I don't have a cap on this,
some
so
greatness
you're just
here.
gonna have to figure it out.
Are you serious? What are you, a heathen?
Just don't worry.
I have
about
my
it.
own water bottle.
Well, get it then, nerd.
With filtered water inside, of course. I'll be right back.
Obviously. So today, I don't know if any of you know this, but I am an Islay Scotch loser, where I feel like I have to buy whatever Islay Scotch is in the liquor store whenever I go. I love it. My bank account does not, nor does my wife. So we're kind of keeping this between like us right here. And today we have Lagavulin. I was at the distillery, not to sound pretentious or anything, but when I was in Scotland, I was at the distillery, and Lagavulin is one of my favorite Islay Scotches. There's really not many of them to like have it be your favorite, but I like it more, I think, than Lafroig. I definitely like it more than Ardbeg, because I view Lagavulin as like
I agree.
the father.
Yeah, I agree.
And Lagavulin and Ardbeg or Lafroig and Ardbeg are kind of like duking it out to see like, I got more peat and flavor, and Ardbeg's like, I taste like tar, and it's like, all right, sweet. And then Lagavulin's like, calm down, guys.
I feel like we would rate it with the three of those would be Lagavulin, Lafroig, and then Ardbeg.
With a very quick note that the Carchis series of Lafroig
is incredible.
Is amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But generally speaking, I like Lagavulin better than Lafroig.
Now,
sorry, Flipsky.
We are so pumped to try this. Review it honestly. We have a disclaimer. It's on our website. It's in videos. It's in links and bios. It's all the things, okay? We're pumped for this.
Yeah.
It's a big special treat. We're going to get excited. Just let it happen. Buckle up. Pour some if you have some. And let's dive in. Label branding.
So, well, let's tell a little bit about this product first. So, the Distillers Edition, what happens with the Distillers Edition is it's kind of like if you are a Lafroig fan and they have their Carchis releases, it's kind of similar to that because they do yearly releases of their Distillers Edition. And this one in particular is their 2022 edition, and it is double matured in Pedro Ximénez seasoned American oak casks.
Oh.
So, PX casks for you people that just see it on the shelf. So it's going to have a kind of like a red wine type flavor with a little bit more viscous, which I love in my Scotch. We all know this.
Oh boy.
Just so everybody knows really quickly, because we can go through hours on what Islay Scotch is and what Scotch is in general. Lagavulin is part of the Islay, or the island of Islay. It is off of the west coast of Scotland, and they're known for their peat. Lagavulin stopped peating their malt back in 1974. They outsourced it to Port Ellen Malting Company, where they do most of the peated malt throughout the entire island of Islay. Lafroig is the only one that does, or one of the only ones that does do it still themselves, like 30% themselves. So that's kind of why also I like Lafroig a little bit too. But Lagavulin doesn't do any of it themselves. They outsource it all to Port Ellen Malting Company. Like I said, this is Scotland, Islay, this PX seasoned American oak casks, and this comes in, I believe I paid like $115 for this. This is 100% malted barley, 43 proof, 86% or 86 proof, 43% ABV, and label branding. What you got?
Well, we gotta. Okay, hold on. They gotta see that. Okay, it says Distillers Select on top. Mm-hmm. We'll spin it. We'll let everyone see it all. Okay.
I feel like we're exposing this bottle. Get naked, bottle. Take your clothes off.
There it is.
Such a gorgeous bottle. What I love about their stuff is, one, green bottles matter. Obviously, we just talked about women's suffrage last week.
Look at this, dude. Look at that.
Dude, it's stunning. But what I love about their Distillers Select specific stuff is they put the green label there instead of the weathered tan label.
We need the people to really see this. There's got to be a way. Can it focus?
Well, go to the other one then, dude. Why are you going to the camera that focuses on us? What are you, new here?
No, I'm all over.
What do you do? Why are you so close? What are you doing?
I'm showing the indents in the bottle, Derek. Indents in the bottle, the label.
No one can hear you.
Dude,
the microphone's over here.
Would you stop? This is great. This is great content. Great content. They gotta see it.
They have to. You
They gotta
have
see
to
it.
see it.
They gotta see it. We gotta add some photos and B-roll footage for it. We have to. It's incredible.
What we could have done is just done one of these numbers and just zoomed right in, kind of like that. Okay.
Listen, it's just unbelievable. Okay,
Anywho.
well, poor any Hoosiers.
So I love that they changed.
Real cork.
I love that they changed the color of the label from that tan, weathered look to the green, because it just, you go looking for the traditional Lagavulin bottle, and when you see that green label, you instantly get excited because
Yeah.
you know that it's a special edition.
Oh, real cork.
It's traditional Lagavulin, the green bottle, the perfect Scotch bottle here. The extra touches that they put on, just like Mike was showing you with the raised
Attempting to.
Islay, the raised 1816, and kind of the engraved Lagavulin embossing at top, and the real cork. I mean, you have to go A++ check plus.
I agree.
I agree.
Don't be ridiculous, Derek. Initial taste.
Nose,
Nose.
dude.
I'm sorry, I'm thirsty.
Can you stop?
Relax. Would you have it in your collection? Okay. Nose.
I love Islay Scotch so much.
You get the initial blast of peat, but it's mellow. It's a mild. I would say mild, not mellow. Mild. Just like how sometimes I like my wings if I just want to murder them,
It's honestly,
You do get the wine.
I'm kind of getting like a chocolate covered raisin.
I am not.
Really?
Yeah, really. Why did I just laugh like Tucker Carlson?
Yeah, what is this?
What was that?
You're not getting a chocolate covered raisin?
I'm not getting a chocolate covered raisin. I'm getting peat. I'm getting a little bit of wine. I'm getting so you have a wine barrel, you bottle it, and then you just dunk your whole face inside of that empty barrel and sniff. That's what you get. And it's glorious.
Oh,
and I would never change it.
I'm getting a lot of like dark red fruit and some like light milk chocolate.
How dark?
Dark red fruit, dude.
Dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Nose on this? A+ minus check. Check.
Fair.
I agree.
I agree. You're getting, so like, all seriousness, you are getting a lot of that. You're getting a ton of sea salt, a ton of brine,
Yes.
and you're getting just a little bit of vanilla. You're not getting a lot of vanilla at all. Even though this is an American oak cask, I'm pretty sure what they do with it is they scrape it all down, reburn it from the PX cask.
Yeah.
So they like reuse the barrel.
But the sea salt and the brine make the nose mild.
Yeah.
And inviting and unbelievably welcoming in general. It just makes you want to drink this.
And
Can I drink it
for
now?
traditional, nope, hold on, cherish it. For traditional Lagavulin, you get a lot of like peat moss and earth. This you're actually kind of getting more of like a smoky barbecue.
Yes. I
All
agree.
right,
I
now we
agree.
can drink it.
Initial taste. Wow. It's the nectar of the gods.
I honestly could just drink Lagavulin all day.
Next to a fire for 24 hours on loop.
It's not even fair, like having other products on this show, because whenever we have this on, I'm just like 100. It's not 100. It's
Well,
not
that's.
100.
I mean, there's some Belvinis where they're also up there. Give credit where credit's due. Listen, Scotch is better than bourbon. I said it.
So, side note, there's another podcast out there, another company out there called Bourbon Pursuit. Some people know them. They're a pretty big company, a little bit bigger than us, but so they're
like 15 times the size.
correct. But the guy, Kenny, the host of it,
Yeah.
he posted the other day of like him trying Scotch or something like that, and his caption was, "I don't understand why people like Scotch." Unsubscribe. No, I'm just kidding. I did it. I respect everybody's opinion, but like, I just don't understand how you
It's just
can't.
so much more fun.
It's just like, it's such a deeper level of appreciation, in my opinion, because there's so much more diversity when it comes to different Scotch flavor notes and tasting notes and all that you just can't get with bourbon or American whiskey.
Per sip, I enter different tax brackets, okay? It's just one of those things. I just don't, it's just immediate.
I mean, this is $115.
Listen, you take a sip, you immediately own LLB and everything.
Hell
it's just one of those things.
I'm more of a Patagonia person.
Yeah, but Patagonia doesn't stand aflame.
Lacoste. They're kind of cheap now. Anyway, Jesus Christ, back to reality here.
He has nothing to do with this, okay? Other than he's landing on Monday.
Yeah.
Solar eclipse.
So, I'm still getting a lot of the chocolate-covered cherry or raisin with
this
the
is
with
so
the
delicious.
Taste. Getting a lot of that sea salt still. More vanilla is shining through in the taste than it was in the nose.
A++ check for the initial taste.
I agree.
I'm getting the wine to mellow the entire elements out, which is super inviting, especially to a novice Scotch drinker.
Islay Scotch drinker, yeah.
Well, a novice Scotch drinker in general.
Yeah.
Just somebody who's new. But because the territories are going to throw you off, it's going to be super intimidating. You're only going to think about peat when you're new to it, and you're only worried about that when it comes to drinking Scotch. There are so many more things to think about and dive into and understand and appreciate. This initial taste is incredible. There's the wine notes, there's the fruit notes, there's the touch of peat, and then you get the smoothness. That's classic Lagavulin that you can't really beat.
Yeah.
Like, it is just unbelievable. It is stereotypical Scotch, except smoother.
Yeah.
And it's divine.
The
ending note's not flat either.
No. So for initial taste, you're getting that smoke, but I would be very hesitant to say that this is peat forward. Like this is definitely more smoky, burnt char, and the flavor notes that you're getting on this is where you're getting some of the iodine and like the metallic and the mineralistic type kind of freshness metal type that you associate with peat, but it's not peat because it is peat, but this is more smoke forward than it is like earthy fungus forward.
Agreed. And the ending note is very balanced, which I like a lot. Mm-hmm. And it's not viscous, it's not syrupy, but it owns your palate because it's a refined, perfect Scotch. Ending note for me, A++ check.
Yeah,
like
A++
I can't.
Check. The PX cask, so the Pedro Jimenez wine itself is, yes, it's very good. Between that and Oloroso Sherry, I think is probably our favorite red wine finishes. But Pedro Jimenez is a very viscous and cherry syrup forward wine. Like it's a different type of grape, and it is very. When you put a Scotch in there, you generally taste a lot of the Pedro Jimenez influence into it because of how heavily syrupy and viscous the Scotch is. Now, some Scotch pull it off, like Lagavulin, because of the extremely prevalent peatiness and smokiness and typical Islay Scotch. But if you put more of like a Speyside into there, I feel like that's when it gets a little bit too sweet. So Pedro Jimenez casks itself are very, in my opinion, other people might have a different opinion because you like sweeter things, but based off of how sweet Pedro Jimenez wine is, it pairs very well with a smoky, spicy Islay Scotch than it does with a Speyside.
Right.
I love this, dude. I can drink Lagavulin all day. It makes me so happy. So
Agreed.
Final rating. This is going to be hard because we'll talk about it after the rating, but I don't feel like this is my favorite Lagavulin, but it's definitely up there.
Give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1. 95.
96.
Yeah. That's a hot one, dude.
That's high.
We haven't gotten in the 90s in a while.
No, especially high 90s. That's a great job. It's like Mike actually studied for a test. I would, let that touch autism ride. I would definitely, when it comes to would you have this in your collection, without hesitation, it's a yes. It's not even a thing. Like I would go broke trying to buy this bottle. It is definitely worth it, and I would open it on a special occasion, because I just don't want to waste this. Like, because you also have no idea when it's going to be around again, and it's so delicious. It really is. This is a must-buy in my world, and I implore anybody who has it close to do that and try to find it. It is unbelievable. The thing about this is it's going to be difficult to find. It's going to be difficult to ask your local store and say, hey, can you reach out to your distributor and see if they can bring this in? Just because of tariffs, the geopolitical landscape, whatever the case may be, it's just going to be slightly more difficult. But if you can get your hands on it, by all means do it, because it is going to just be insane.
So I ran out to get this one because this is the one that I bought from the actual distillery itself.
Yeah.
And this is a Lagavulin 14-year finished in brandy seasoned hogshead barrels.
And you've never opened that?
Never opened this.
No.
Look at the presentation. This isn't a review for this, but like just look at the presentation of this. You open it up, dude.
Yeah, it's insane.
And there's green like suede or velvet inside. It's gorgeous. But so I actually ran to go grab a different bottle and I forgot that I didn't have that anymore because I wanted to do a comparison because we talk a lot about the differences between Lagavulin and Lafroig.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw this on the shelf, $115 or whatever, and then you also had Lafroig Carchus Sherry, and you only had $115 to spend, that is honestly where I might actually pull the trigger on Lafroig Carchus. Because
Really?
I like that one just a smidge more than this.
So the Carchus is tricky because it's a Carchus, and I totally understand how it's a once in a year release.
Yeah.
Like it's not common. I don't know. I still might go with
It's
this.
tough.
I still might go with this because I've also never seen this.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. Where a Carchus, it's like, all right, or you might be able to find it, a Carchus, off market and through a buddy or whatever the case, and be like, hey, like I can trade you and do something like for this. I don't know. I'd personally, I'd buy this.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but I would. It's also Lagavulin, and I don't have a lot of Lagavulin in my collection currently. So, yeah. Whereas I have some Carchus in my collection already, like Lagavulin, I'd still want to kind of tap into and welcome into the family. So for me, if I only have $115, yeah, I'm buying this. This is unbelievable.
This is
Derek.
such a good product.
So good.
I'm very, very happy that you told me that the liquor store near me had it because I
Yes.
wouldn't have found it if I didn't.
I went there for vermouth and a bottle of tequila, and there it is, because I was in a pinch, and then there we go.
And then he texted me and he goes, I don't know if you want to go pick it up. Probably not, but like Lagavulin's there. And I'm like, I'm literally driving that right now to grab it. So, and I did.
It's crazy.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining today's review of Lagavulin's Distillers Edition number 2022 for the year. And then this is double matured in Pedro Jimenez American bourbon casks. This is a fantastic product. If you do find this at your local liquor store, highly recommend grabbing it. Any Lagavulin that has a green label, just grab. You're not going to be disappointed with it. Unless in a couple years, because Ian, my boy Ian, the old distiller there, he's gone. So we might see some tumultuous times in Lagavulin. We might be transitioning a little Lafroig soon, you know?
We'll see. We'll definitely see.
Thank you all. And if you do pick this up, please remember to always drink responsibly, be a good person, and...
Yeah!